Hey y'all, welcome to Green Screen. My name's Norma, your host or whatever, and as you can see, we are here chaotically reviewing my life with the Walter boys. We started episode 1, obviously, where we find out that Jackie's parents and sister have passed. She does have an uncle, Ralph or something. She has an uncle who lives in New York, but her mother's will, right, left her to her best friend, who has a husband and 8 kids, something like that. I don't know, 8, 10, a lot of kids, all boys, 1 girl. So she's going to live in that chaos. The first episode is, very Cheaper by the Dozen-esque. She's seeing, all the kids running, zooming around, and things are happening, and it's crazy. She's riding to school with all the older boys in the car. She gets left at school because when they get there, he's like, everybody needs to be here right on time. She's not there right on time, so he just leaves, which, like, I get that you said it, Cole, but, like, she's new. Like, damn, give her a second. Like, shit. But it's okay. She makes some new friends, and they bring her home. Moving into episode 2, it's more of her, like, getting acclimated. They play a prank on her where they put, like, bleach in her shampoo or something. Or they put in her shampoo, so it bleaches the front of her head. The mom finds out. Cole, like, takes Jackie out for the day because he's like, they're gonna be so mad that you snitched. We learn Will and Haley, he's the oldest boy, he's engaged. I'm gonna go through their story real quick because, like, whatever. Yeah, they're engaged. She's working at some coffee shop. He gets fired from his job, and he starts working, like, at that coffee shop, but he's, like, helping her make all these changes, staying open late night. He stays open on Thanksgiving, which she finds out was his idea, but he presents it like it was the owner's idea. So they fight about that. She kind of is trying to be like, I don't want all this energy. This ain't who I want to be with. And he's like, oh, you should support me. So then they take some time apart. He goes home. Something happens that we'll get into with Nathan, one of the other brothers, that causes her to come help him. And then they talk, decide to get back together. This is where it gets a little skishy. She is like, let's get married tomorrow. I don't care where. Like, I don't care about the dress. I don't care about the wedding. I just want to be with you. And granted, seems kind of normal because when people get into big fights where they break up and get back together, there's that, like, adrenaline and, like, I'm so in love with you, it doesn't matter, that happens. But it still was a little bit off. But anywho, needless to say, wedding happens. They end up doing it. They were on the ranch. And when they're, like, in bed after the wedding, her phone buzzes and it says Morgan. Who's Morgan? Who is Morgan? Obviously, it's not a girl. It's not Tara. That's her best friend. And it's not a girl because I don't think that they would do all that if it was just some girl. Some friend of hers. So, yeah, I don't know who's Morgan. What's the tea? I'd imagine it's probably like an ex or somebody she got with while they were separated. That she felt guilty for when they decided to get back together, and that's why she was all like, oh my god, marriage now, love you so much, because she's trying to make up for that. So I don't know, that's coming in if there's a season 2. But that's their story. They were, like, a significant role, but they just weren't. It wasn't an interesting storyline to me, so I just wanted to get it out of the way. In this episode, we also meet Cole's twin, Danny. I haven't even said who Cole is. Get into Cole in a second. But Danny is his twin. Danny is a thespian. He wants to be an actor. Julie connects with him on that because, she's from New York, Broadway, theater, all that stuff. And they connect on that. He ends up being accepted to Juilliard, which, like, we haven't even seen his acting. Like, is he that good? He makes his Juilliard, but he's like, girl, my family can't afford that. Where am I going? She's like, you can stay with my uncle. You can still go. Yay. And so, yeah, she convinces her uncle to let him stay with him to go to Juilliard. So that's happening for Danny. Yeah, Danny. Cole and Alex are, like, the main brothers of this show, right? This is the triangle, okay? Jackie, Cole, and Alex. I believe Alex is a year younger than Cole, like Jackie is. And so, yeah, we're seeing some connection with Jackie and Cole. He's, burning his life to the ground. He played football, knee was injured. They tried to rehab it and all of that, but they just couldn't. So he's no longer doing that. So, of course, typical, I don't know, like, white boy in the countryside who gets injured in football, and football was life, and he just starts burning his life to the ground. So, she's like, ooh, I can't like that. So she's, like, fighting it. She's like, I'm not interested. Everybody at the school, her friends are like, it's Cole. And she's like, whatever, Cole. But we all know where that's going, okay? But we see that she's sort of beginning to choose Alex. Yeah, there's something about Cole, but she's like, but there's also something about Alex, and obviously that's the safer choice. This whole brother trope situation always kills me because I'm like, choose neither. Okay? Let's choose not to ruin this brotherhood, whether it's good or bad, right? Because they're struggling, because there's drama. We'll get into that, but you don't need to be part of that. You don't need to make the wedge bigger, okay? Just choose nobody. Choose to be single. There'll be somebody else out there. Moving in episode 3, it is like this football auction thing that the town does every year. Big machine that the family has that they bring out every year for this. So she's helping Alex. Auction isn't going well. Cole shows up to the auction and like saves it. He's like, yeah, I'm auctioning myself off now. La 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 la. And so they make money. He's having a great time. But then the guy who's replacing him, who they were really, really good friends, pops up with his jersey number. I'm like, yeah, no big deal, right, dude? Are you? This is so unhinged, okay? Like, the friends that be in these high school movies and shows and stuff, especially ones like this, like Friday Night Light vibes, you know, when it's like the country boy football, like football is life, right? Like Texas vibes. The nerve of you to be like, no big deal, it's just a number, right? Sir, that was his entire life, okay? Should he be burning his life to the ground because of it? No. But like, you as his friend to think that it's no big deal to wear his number. Now, I do not know nothing about sports, but I do know the importance that people put on their number, okay? People choose their number when they're like 8 and they stick with that number for the rest of their lives. And for you to get out here and think that you could just take his number is crazy. That messes him up. He gets drunk, goes to sleep with what's-her-face, sleeps in and misses the little sister's football game because he's been practicing throwing with her and stuff, right? They've got a bond. They've got a football bond. But he misses it. And she's just like, man, forget you. And like throws a little jersey at him. He was with Erin. She's our residential mean girl. They have a situationship. It's not a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. It's just friends with benefits situationship. Jackie comes in the picture. She's jealous. So she starts treating Jackie all wrong and stuff. You know, she's mean girling her because she wants her man. Or because she thinks she wants her man. Episode 4. Jackie's having a tough time. I believe it was her sister's birthday. An important date for her sister. She's torn up about it. She's sad. Cole notices. So he invites her to this like bonfire drinking situation, right? They both go, they get drunk. They get home drunk. So they're in trouble. Okay? They're in trouble. Next day, they've got chores to do. They got a list of chores that they're going to be left at home to do. So they're left at home to do it. They're doing it. They're getting closer. Vibes. The lights go out. They're by the fireplace, chit-chatting close and personal. Family gets home. Where's Cole and Jackie? Danny finds him by the fireplace, standing up. I found them. And he's all upset about it. Episode 5. It's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving. Jackie's in her feels, of course. Okay, serious face, of course. Her family has passed it as a first family holiday. I get it. I wasn't saying anything. Catherine is like, hey, like, is there a special meal tradition? Like, if you tell me, I can get the things you need for it. We can include it. And she's like, no parts, no thanks. So then she sees that Haley, I guess it's not a coffee shop. It must be a restaurant because there's like meals that are being delivered for people who need meals, right? Or people are supposed to come pick it up, but because of the snow, they're not. And so she's like, I'll deliver them. And Erin is also there, the mean girl. And she's like, I'll help you. And she's like, help me. She's like, how are you going to do it? You don't even have a car. I have a car. So they go to deliver the meals. Of course, they get closer because of it. There's one more meal left. And Jackie's like, wait, we did all the meals. What's this? And she's like, oh, okay. Like, I took it for myself. My mom isn't very, like, you know, cheery or mom-like on the holidays. She always just, like, leaves leftovers or whatever. I just wanted to have, like, a little bit of Thanksgiving vibe for myself. So she's like, well, come to the house, you know? Like, of course. So she comes. It's all awkward, right? Because Cole didn't invite her. But she's there. So now they're close. And it's great. It's wonderful. The uncle, they surprise her with her uncle visiting from New York. She doesn't know he's coming, so she's like, I'm delivering meals. Like, she's trying to avoid going back because she doesn't want to be there because of the holiday, her family, etc. So he sees what she's experiencing, all the chaos, the kids doing weird things, all of that. So he's like, yeah, hey, I'm probably going to petition for custody. Like, I think she'd be better off over there. And they're like, dude, you're a bachelor. Like, what do you mean? And he's like, she can't be in this. And so Cole is like, well, Jackie, what do you want? And they're like, yeah, like, what do you want, Jackie? And so he's like, yeah, no, I wouldn't push you for that, but I just want you to know that, like, if you need me to fight for you, I will. Like, if that's where you want to be, I'm willing to do it. And they're like, yeah, and if that's what you want, we will support you 1,000%. So yeah, there's this, like, up in the air, like, what is she gonna choose? But she chooses to stay. She chooses to stay, of course, because brothers, hello. And then she also chooses Alex. They, I believe, are kissing in this episode, and Cole, like, sees it, everything. Yeah, so now we have an official relationship here. And it's all going to work out, right? Her and Alex forever. Cole is going to back off and be the best big brother ever, right? Right. Episode 6. So our main, like, little thing that's starting us off is a bonfire. I don't think the first one was a bonfire. I think they were just going somewhere to drink. But, I mean, you know, bonfires happen here all the time. They're all going. Obviously, Jackie's with Alex now. Cole's there. Skylar and Nathan are there. Let's get into that. So Nathan is one of the brothers. I'm confused about the ages. I don't know if the ages were said and I missed them. I believe it's like Cole and Danny, who are twins. Then it's Alex, who's a year younger, and then Nathan, who's a year younger, I guess. Because they're all in high school together. Okay, they're all in high school. They're all close. They all have the same sort of friend group. Anywho, Nathan likes Skylar. He is Jackie's, like, new friend or whatever. Nathan is putting on the moves, okay? He's, like, heying Skylar, chit-chatting it up, talking to him, all this stuff. He makes him a playlist that ends with Skylar's song. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. He wrote him a song. And Skylar's kind of being iffy, so Nathan's like, what? And, like, what is going on? This is weird. So at the bonfire, Nathan's like, dude, what's happening? And he's like, dude, you wrote me a song. Like, we barely just started talking. Like, that's a lot. And he's like, wow. He's like, okay, listen, you're not gonna make me feel bad for expressing my feelings. Like, if you have a problem with it, cool. I deserve someone who doesn't. So I got it. Like, you're not who I thought you were. Period. So that happens at the bonfire. Nathan, I believe, leaves. And then Alex and Cole start fighting. I can't remember if the Paige thing gets brought up. I believe it was about Jackie, but obviously, like, not directly. But backing it up, who's Paige, you're wondering, right? You're wondering, who is Paige? What is she talking about? Paige was Alex's girlfriend. Cole was gone for the summer. He comes back. There's a little bonfire get together, I'm sure. it was another bonfire, okay? And Cole and Paige end up full out making out. And so that's where the rift is. But Cole is like, I had no idea. I would never do that to my brother. And Alex is like, whatever, man. Like, you get everything you want. You're like the cool football star. And I'm like the nerdy, not like other guys, dude. So, like, you get everything and I never get anything is very typical, very teenage. They start brawling, baby. He punches Cole in the face. The parents are like, what happened to your face? And they're just do the other guy. So they're trying to figure out what happened. And then I think the mom sees Alex's hand. So they, like, figure out what happened. I got ahead of myself. The Paige history lesson is actually in episode 7. And it is given through Skylar and the friend to Jackie. When she's like, what is going on with them? What's happening? We're back at school now. And Cole's friend, the one who took his number, who's, like, trying to be cool with him again. Cole's obviously acting like he's unbothered by it now. And the friend wants to get, like, back in his good graces or be like, look, I have your back. Like, that was stupid, I know. Decides to spread a rumor about Alex, saying that Alex cried like a B word when the whole situation with Paige happened. So Alex thinks it was Cole who did that. And then I think it was Jackie's friend was like, I'm going to figure out what happened. So she goes to Nathan, and then, so 2 of the other kids that stay with the family, they're somebody's, I think the dad's brother's kids or something. I don't know. They're cousins that live with them. So it's Nathan, the 2 cousins. And she's like, hey guys, let me ask you some questions. Whoop-de-whoop. And Nathan's like, we're not getting into that. But then one of the little Hispanic, cousin brothers, boys, says something to her, and so she spreads it, right? So now Cole thinks Alex spread this rumor about him. So they're in the theater and they start beefing, okay? They start beefing. And I don't know why this scene was just so cool and fun to me. But, like, they start fighting. Danny's trying to break them up. Then we go to the cafeteria where Nathan and the other 2 brothers are, I think, talking about them. Like, oh my God, this situation is annoying, something. And Jackie's also walking into the cafeteria, not with them, but she's, like, coming into the cafeteria. And so one of them is like, oh my God, look at this. Like, and it's like a fight being like live. Somebody's recording the fight. And they all look and they all start running. And it was something about that to me that was just so fun. I think it's the whole like siblings in this together type of vibe. So they all go running down and they're trying to break it apart. And a teacher catches them and is like, everybody in the office. And so obviously all the brothers get suspended for a day. Cole and Alex for 3. The parents pick them up, take them home. They sit them at their big old fat dining table. And they're like, y'all are going to work this out. I don't care. You're working it out. Figure it out now. So they're sitting there, they're beefing. Alex and Cole are throwing jabs at each other. The other brothers are like, dude, come on, can we all like just like be done with this? So they get up to fight and Nathan keels over and dies. Just kidding. No. Norma. That's not what happened. So over the past few episodes, Nathan has been having migraines, and then he's also been having moments where he like gets lightheaded and he's like, it's just low blood sugar, and like eats something. So in this, he like passes out and starts seizing. So I said he keels over and dies and he's having a seizure. What is wrong with me? Yeah, so he's having a seizure. They go to the hospital. You know, obviously everybody's worried. Cole tries to call Jackie, but she doesn't answer because she's like, oh, fuck Cole. Because, you know, the whole like Alex and him fighting thing. And later on, Alex goes to tell her what happened. And she's like, oh my God, like, why didn't you come get me? And he's like, you know, you hospitals, your parents, like, didn't want to, you know, it's very considerate, very cute. It's like, I didn't want to worry you until we knew something. So he's okay now. They're waiting. They're observing him. We find out he has epilepsy. I can't remember if it's at the end of this episode or the next one or where, but Skylar and Nathan get together. Essentially, everyone, the friend, I cannot remember her name for the life of me, but, you know, Jackie, Skylar, and that one girl, the friend group, that girl, her and Skylar are talking about it, and she's like, yeah, the whole school split 50-50. You know, some people are with you where it's like weird, too much, and some people are like, that's a grand romantic gesture everyone wants. And he's like, yeah, but weird, right? Like, you agree? And she was like, no, I'm actually on the like, we all want that grand romantic gesture side, which is so funny to me because it's so real of high school, and even now sometimes, right? We'll all be like, I want somebody who's gonna like freaking bring me the world, and then when somebody does, you're like, ooh. Like, don't. So it was just funny to me because it's very accurate. But basically he realizes he's wrong. Then he finds out he's sick, and that's when he's really like, oh my God, I like this guy. And so he shows up and kisses him, and it's so cute. And so we have Skylar and Nathan. Skythin? Naylor? Nathler? Skylin. We like Skylin. Also, in episode 7, Erin she's a runner, she's a track star. Sorry. Erin is a track star, and she has decided that she now wants to also be an actor. But her mom is the track coach who rides this baby hard, okay? She's like, track is the only thing you do in your life. This is how you're going to be what you want to be. And so when she's like, Mom, I want to do acting. I want to be in this play. The mom's like, you can't do both. And she's like, okay, fine. And the mom's like, I'm going to put somebody else to run your thingy. And she's like, okay, do that. And so she does. Jackie runs it. She's like, Jackie did great. You should come back. She's like, actually, no, loving acting. Good to go. So now she's also a thespian, okay? She's a thespian who's starting to feel herself a little bit of Danny. Nothing comes of it because he's leaving, but I imagine something's going to come of it in season 2 if there is a season 2. Oh, I forgot. At the bonfire, it is also discovered that Cole was sleeping with Erin's best friend, Olivia. So we have all that where she's like, damn, like my friend, my boyfriend, not boyfriend, like what the heck? She's reevaluating life, and she's like, I'm done with all these people. I'm going to do what I want to do. So now she's an actor. She forgives her friend, forgives Cole. They don't go back together, but she's like, you know, I get it. She's like, but you got to figure you out. Like, she's like, I don't know what happened to you. You've changed. Fix it. Episode 8. It is life continuing on for everyone. Alex and Jackie have made up because they were kind of beefing because of everything he was doing with Cole and all that happening. But they're cool now. The mom is being given an award for her veterinary services because she's a vet. So they're all going to this award show. They all go. As she's getting ready to get up there and give a speech, Cole shows up. He's got a tie on. That's what she points out. But he's drunk as a skunk. Drunk as a skunk. So as she's giving her speech, he's acting a fool. He's making comments. They're trying to get him to calm down. That's only riling him up more. And so then the dad looks at Alex and is like, get him out of here. And Alex is like, no. No, he looks at Will. He's like, we'll get him out of here. And Jackie's like, come on, like, let's help him. And Alex is like, no. And so Jackie goes. Cole says something to her, Jackie's feeling. So she's like, man, forget you. She goes back inside. Alex is all hurt that she kind of chose Cole over him a little bit. Episode 9, we have this rodeo event. Apparently Alex is a horse rodeo riding person. And Cole is gonna be his person who like makes sure the horse and everything is ready to go for him, right? So he does that. One of the horse's harness breaks while he's riding, which messes him up. And he's trying to blame it on Cole, but Cole's like, I checked it twice, and you know that the rider's supposed to check it. He's like, I did, and it was fine. He's like, okay, so you know it wasn't me, you weirdo. So then they start talking, and that's when they're like, I'm jealous of you. No, I'm jealous of you. Like, you're so much better. You're so much better. And they make up. So they're good to go now. They're good to go now, right? So again, all great. Alex has got the girl. Cole is going to be a wonderful brother, right? On this day as well, Jackie has an interview with Princeton. So she goes to her interview, and Alex was supposed to pick her up to go back to the rodeo for fireworks or something. Cole shows up, and she's like, does Alex know you're here to pick me up? Like, I don't want no beef. And he's like, he knows, we're fine, we made up. She's like, oh, okay. They get in the car. His truck breaks down. He's been like fixing his truck. He thought it was fixed. It breaks down. So they're waiting to be picked up. They're like arguing about it. She's like, oh, you're making me miss it. And he's like, yeah, it's my fault. And so they're going back and forth. They're going back and forth because they like each other, but like not actually, but like basically. So then they end up on the roof of the car looking at the stars, watching the fireworks, and they're talking. And Cole is like, I just can't let you go. Cole is just like, I know it's my brother and I shouldn't, but I can't. Right as he confesses, Alex shows up with Will to get them. And then Will is like, hey, Jackie, do you want to be our wedding planner? And so now they're planning a wedding at the ranch. Last episode, episode 10, is the wedding. So we're having Jackie planning the wedding, things going wrong because of the dog, because of the kids. Like, it's mayhem. It's a mess. But Jackie gets together because she's Jackie, of course. So the wedding goes great. Alex gets drunk. I don't even remember why. Jackie said something and it made him want to drink. We get a moment with him and his friend where he's like deep in her eyes, and then he says some out of pocket shit like, you're like one of my guys. You're like one of the guys. Like, you're still my friend. And so she's like heartbroken because she takes him to like help him lay down and stuff. So she leaves all heartbroken. But we do see a moment there. So the wedding happens. Everyone's like basically in bed. Jackie goes to see Alex, but he's knocked out. And who shares a room with Alex? I want to say Nathan. And Nathan kind of looks at her like, and they kind of laugh. She goes to see Cole, I guess to talk to him or say goodnight or something. And she sees Danny, and he's like, I think he's down in the garage or something working on his car. And she's about to walk away, but then she sees the teapot. You might be wondering, what teapot, Norma? What are you talking about? So I think the day with her sister's birthday or something, she has this teapot that I guess either was a gift from her mom or it had some connection to her family. I can't remember if they said what, but she had the teapot. She was bringing it to the kitchen. The little girl is playing with a hockey stick or something and like knocks it into the sink and it breaks, and she's just like, it's fine, and she lets it go. And so he took the teapot. Cole took the teapot and he nursed the teapot back to health. Just kidding. He puts the teapot back together, and he was gonna give it to her, but then I don't remember why he didn't give it to her. I think she was already with Alex, and so he felt like he shouldn't. So she's like, Danny, what is this? Danny, what is this? And he's like, Jackie. And I'm like, yo, this is very dramatic. Like, for it to be Danny she's talking to. He's like, I don't fucking know. He fixed your teapot. What do you mean? But I guess he understands the connection because he's like, Jackie. So then she goes to the garage and she's like, Cole, what is this? And he's like, I just wanted to work on my car. It was just a long day. No, what is this? And she's holding the teapot. And then he's like, And then I can't remember if they say anything or they just like, it's all silent, eye looks. But of course, what do we think? What do we think? Cole's the nice brother, right? Cole's the wonderful, great big brother. No, they kiss. They make out. And then they stop. And they're looking at each other. And you can see that they are like, oh, we realize what we did. But we want to keep doing it. And they keep doing it. My God. So yeah, that happens. And then the next scene is Catherine on the phone, or Richard on the phone with Catherine, her uncle. And he's like, I promise you it was nothing I said. I'll let you know that we made it safe. And she's on the plane with Richard and Danny. So she's running away like a little bit. I'm just kidding. JK, but she is running away. And then we have Alex at home, going to her room with breakfast, I think, and seeing a note that just says, sorry, Jackie, or Jay, whatever. And so he takes the note to Cole's room and he's like, what did you do? Like, I don't know why I'm laughing at that, but yeah, that's how it ends. That is my recap review, okay? I am excited for season 2 because the drummer, baby. The drummer. Does Jackie come back? Do Danny and Aaron get together? Do Alex and his best friend get together? Like the video if you enjoyed. Comment down below. Are you team Alex or team Cole or team leave the brothers alone? I'm team leave the brothers alone. Subscribe for more content like this and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.